Hello everyone, we are going to start with another lecture of performance management, and in this lecture we are going to deal with the concept of break even with multiple products, right? See, whenever there is a multiple product case, the basic concept will remain same. For example, if I ask you to calculate the break even point, how you will calculate it? See, break even, we know that break even in units is equals to total fixed costs divided by contribution margin per unit, right? This is basically something which we have already covered in the previous lecture, right? Now, in case of multiple product, instead of considering contribution margin per unit in the denominator, we consider contribution contribution per pack. Now, what do you mean by contribution per pack? We will discuss it. Similarly, in case of break even in revenue, if someone wants to calculate break even in revenue, then we will consider total fixed cost in the numerator and divide it with the CS ratio of the pack, right? Now, what do you mean by this? And suppose if I want to calculate the margin of safety, then that formula will remain same: budgeted sales minus break even sales, right? And margin of safety in percentage is equals to budgeted sales minus break even sales divided by budgeted sales, right? So the only formula which will change is the break even, right? Now, how you will what do you mean by contribution per pack? See, whenever we are doing a multiple product case, we have to take an assumption. Assumption will be what? Assumption will be that all products will company will sell all products in a certain proportion. For example, if a company is selling two product X and product Y, and if company is selling product 13,000 units of product X and sales volume of product Y is expected to be 20,000, then we have to assume, okay, fine, let's make it simple a little bit. Suppose 10,000 units of X and 20,000 units of Y. So we have to simplify this ratio first, right? We have to assume that product X and Y will be sold in the ratio of 1 is to 2. How you will calculate 1 is to 2? You just need to simplify this, right? So this will be in the ratio of 1 is to 2. Or for instance, sales of product X is expected to be 13,000 and Y is expected to be 20,000, then you will assume that sales will be in the ratio of 13 is to 20. So you just need to simplify this as much as you can. So now we are assuming that X and Y will be sold in this proportion. Now, what do you mean by this? See, for example, uh, their company is selling one dining table, right? So company is assuming, company is expecting that whenever company will sell one dining table, along with one dining table, it can sell four chairs, right? So proportion of sales volume of chair and dining table will be 1 is to 4. One dining table is to four chairs, right? So this is basically kind of proportion we are assuming, and without this assumption, it will not be possible for us to calculate the accurate break even. In that case, we can calculate the average break even point, but accurate break even point will not be possible in that case, right? So this is something which we have to assume, right? Now, how you will calculate the break even in terms of units? See, the first thing which is important is to consider the total fixed cost. If you are calculating break even point, then break even in units is equals to total fixed cost divided by contribution per pack, right? Contribution per pack. Now, in this question, we have to assume one packet. Now, one packet means what? See, uh, this is the sales volume, right? And what is the packet in this case? First of all, let's try to simplify this ratio. What we are assuming that product A will be in the product A, B, and C will be in the ratio of 4,000, 12,000, and 20,000. We can simplify this to 1 is to 3 is to 5, right? Now, what do you mean by this thing? This ratio means that, see, this is the packet. This is one pack, right? In one pack, there will be one A, there will be three Bs, right? And there will be five Cs, right? Right. So this is basically one pack, right? So that means what? That means if you sell one packet, you will be able to sell one A unit of A, 3 units of B, and 5 units of C, right? So contribution per pack means what? Contribution of this particular packet. Now, how can you calculate this? See, it's important. It's simple. What is the contribution of A product? Contribution of product A is 10. Contribution of product B is 8, and contribution of product C is 4, right? So if you sell, if you have one packet, then A will be 1 times 10, B will be 8 times 3, and C will be 5 times 4. So this will be 10, this will be 24, and this will be 20. So altogether, what will be this? 10 plus 24 plus 20, that makes 54, right? This is basically the total contribution, right? So let's make fixed cost 200,000. So the fixed cost is 200,000, right? And what is the contribution per pack? This is contribution per pack, that is 54. So what is this? 200,000 divided by 54 is 3703, right? You have to sell 3703 packs, right? So what is in denominator? Denominator is contribution per pack, so the answer is in terms of packets. Now, what do you mean by this break even point? See, we have to sell 3703 this type of packets. So when you open the packet, how many units of A you will find in that packet? 1 multiplied by 3703, 3703. How many units of B you will find in that packet? 3 multiplied by 3703, that will be 3703 multiplied by 3 is 111109. And there will be 5 packets of product C, that will be 3703. So 3703 times 5 is 18515. If you will sell these quantities of product A, B, and C, you will earn the break-even point, right? So, but the most important assumption in this case is that we are assuming that the company is selling product A, B, and C in this particular proportion. So this assumption is very important, and by using this assumption, we got this answer, right? Now, what is the break-even in terms of sales revenue? See, for break-even in terms of sales revenue, you have to do the similar calculation. You have to divide break-even in units. You have to divide total fixed cost with the CS ratio, right? CS ratio of the packet. So the fixed cost will remain same. Now what we have to do, we have to divide contribution with the sales, right? So we know what is the contribution of one pack. Now we have to calculate revenue of the pack, right? So we have 1 unit of A, we have 1 unit of A, and the selling price of this product is 25. We have 3 units of product B, multiplied by 40. We have how many units of C? 5 units of C, and the selling price is 20, right? So this will be 25, this will be 120, and this will be 100. So altogether 25 plus 100 plus 120 plus 100, that makes 245, right? So 245 is the sales revenue of one pack. So what is the CS ratio? CS ratio will be 54 divided by 245. So 54 divided by 245 is 0.22, right? See, this is CS ratio. So let's plug in the CS ratio here. So this divided by 0.22. So break even in revenue, not units. Break even in revenue is equals to 240,000 divided by 0.22. 109 1090910 1090910, right? Is this the same? 1090910, yes. So this is break even in terms of revenue. Now we don't know how we what revenue we should generate from A, from B, from C. So if you want to calculate how much revenue should be generated from product A, B, or C, what you can do is you can break even in revenue for product A. A will be what? See, you have to distribute this revenue for A, B, and C. So 1090910 divided by what? Divided by 245. Let me do it like this. Divided by 245 multiply by 25. Because total revenue is 245 and A is 25 upon 2 for in the ratio 25 upon 245. What about B? Same, 1090910 divided by 245 multiply by 120. So, and what about C? C will be 1090910 divided by 245 multiplied by 100, right? So this is basically how we are going to do, right? So 1090910 divided by 245 multiplied by 25, that makes triple one and 317, right? In the second case, we will repeat this 1090910 divided by 245 times 120. That makes 5, sorry, that makes 534323, 534323, and the last one is 1090910 divided by 245 times 100. That makes 445 269. 445 269, right? So this is basically the revenue break even in terms of revenue which company should generate, right? Now if you really want to check this whether it's correct or not, what you have to do, you just need to multiply break even in units with the selling price, right? If you multiply this figure with 25, let me try to do a different color. If I multiply this with 25, let's see what we get. 3703 times 25 is 92575, right? So it's around, sorry, this is not right. Oh, sorry. We made fixed cost 200,000. That's why it's incorrect. Uh, sorry. So it's 909090. It's 9099090. 9099090. I'm just correcting it one. I'm just correcting one figure. 9099090 divided by 245 times 25, 92764. 92764, right? So this is basically the same contribution which we generated here. 3703 times 25, it's 92575. It's 92575, right? So it's approximately same. It's not a big deal. The only problem is that we divided 240,000. That's why there's a difference. Now, what's the second step? See, we are done with the break-even point. Now, what is the break-even in units? Break-even in units is for product A, it's 3703. For product B, it's 11109. For product C, it's 18515, right? And what is the break-even revenue for product A? Break-even in revenue for product A, it's 92764. 92764. For product B, right? 909090 divided by 245 times 120, it's 445268. 445268. And for C, I'm not doing it again. I'm just multiplying this 18515, this figure, with the selling price. That will give me the same result. I'm just trying to save time. 370, 300, 370 and 300, right? So this is basically the result of break even in units and break even in revenue. Now, if you want to calculate if you want to calculate margin of safety in units, then margin of safety in units is really very simple. Now, all what you have to do is, what is the budgeted sales volume of product A? 4,000, right? So A, margin of safety for product A is 4,000 minus 3703, and that is equals to 4,000 minus 3703 is 297, right? For product B is 12,000 unit sales volume minus this figure 11109. So 12,000 minus 11109, 891. And for product C, 20,000 units minus this 18515, 20,000 minus 18515, 1485, right? So this is basically the margin of safety in units. Now, what will be the margin of safety in revenue? It's really very simple. Budgeted sales revenue minus break-even sales revenue. So budgeted sales revenue, we haven't calculated budgeted sales revenue. So for product A, budgeted sales revenue will be what? This 4,000 multiplied by 25, right? So 4,000 multiplied by 25 is I think 1 million. Yeah, 1 lakh. 100,000, right? Minus what? Minus break even in revenue is 92764. So margin of safety will be minus 92764, 7236, right? For product B, this will be 12 times 40. 12,000 times 40 is 4,80,000 minus 445 268, right? So 12,000 times 40 is 480,000 minus 445 268, 34732, right? And for C, margin of safety will be in revenue will be 20,000 times 4 is 20,000 times 2 is 4 lakh. So 4 lakh minus 370,300. So 4 lakh minus 370,300, 29,700, right? So this is margin of safety in revenue. Alternatively, what you can do is you can multiply margin of safety in units with the selling price in order to get these three figures, right? So that is an alternate option, but the practical option, the actual option, actual way of calculating margin of safety is this, right? The next option, the last option is the last thing which we can calculate is sales volume or revenue to require to earn a specific a specific profit, right? So as I told you, if you really want to calculate that, for example, if I want to earn a profit of 5 lakh from this situation, then we have to identify how many units of each product company should sell. So all what you need to do is just to add a targeted profit here. If you add targeted profit here, you will get sales volume to earn targeted profit formula, right? For example, see, in the same situation, if I want to calculate, see, this is break even in units now, right? If I want to calculate if I want to calculate that what is how many units company should sell if company wants to earn a profit of say 3 lakh, right? So if company wants to earn a profit of 3 lakh, so sales volume to earn targeted profit will be what? Fixed cost is 200,000 plus, suppose company wants to earn a profit of 3 lakh, so we'll just add 3 lakh. Whatever figure you want, just add it in the numerator and divide it with 54. The same, completely same working what we did in break even, right? So what will be this? 5 lakh divided by 54 is 9259, right? 9259. And since we have divided contribution per pack, so this will be equals to number of packets, right? And how many units of A are in the packet? 1 unit of A, right? 9259. Product B, 3 units of product B, and for product C, 5 units of product C, right? So this will be the break-even point. Sorry, this will be the sales volume in order to achieve the targeted profit, right? Now, if company wants to earn sales revenue to earn targeted profit, then that will be what? Simply same calculation, exactly 200,000 divided by 0.22. 200,000 was the original fixed cost, just add 300,000 here and divide it with 0.22. You will get what? You will get 200,000 plus 300,000 divided by 0.22. 2272 800 727, right? This is the revenue which company should generate for break even, for targeted profit. For product A, multiply this figure with divide this figure with 25, 245. The same figure, divide the same figure with 245, multiply it with 25 in the same manner what we did here, right? And for product B, multiply by 120 divided by 245, and for product C, multiply by 100 divided by 245, right? So it's a simple exercise, it's not a big deal, right? So I'm just finishing this video here, and in the next video we will learn how to prepare its profit volume chart and break even chart, right? So till then, have a nice day. Allah Hafiz.